Hi, welcome. My name is Robin Fritz. This is this week's intuitive moment on sacred work and crises. Okay, so I'd like to chat just a little bit about how we do our sacred work and what happens in a crisis. And you're welcome to join in or send me a note here at Facebook if you have a question or have a comment about my broadcast. So again, thank you for joining me. My name is Robin Fritz. I'm an intuitive and spiritual consultant and certified past life regression specialist. And today I want to talk a little bit about how we do our sacred work and what happens in a crisis. Every day, no matter how routine we are doing our sacred work. I know it seems like we get up, we take care of our animals, our kids, we get to work, we do grocery shopping, we do all the things that we do that make our days really busy, and we don't really think about it as sacred work. But the truth is that everything we do is part of our sacred work. And looking at it that way really gives us perspective on where we're going in the world, where we've been in the world, earlier in our lives and in previous lives, and what it takes to grow our souls, which is why we're here in these bodies in the first place. So every day, no matter how routine, it's our sacred work. And in my case, part of my work is creating a family with 2 young animals, running a demanding business, being there for people who need intuitive and spiritual support. And when I'm lucky, it's witnessing people who are doing amazing sacred work and managing to do it in a crisis. Okay. Yesterday, a really wonderful woman lost her beloved dog in an emergency. He suddenly became critically ill and she had to make a decision. And I was helping her, talking with her. I knew her in the situation. It was an emergency. And what it came down to was whether she would let her dog linger in pain and suffering or whether she would help him out and let him die. And as we spent time together, here's the thing that I admire that I would like you to think about in your daily life. She didn't want to lose her dog. We never want to lose our animals. We never want to lose the people we love, whether they're in human or animal bodies or whatever it is, right? But she realized the situation was not about her. It was about her dog. It was about suffering, and it was about helping when all hope for recovery was lost. Sometimes our sacred work is hard. Sometimes our choices are hard. And we need to understand that honoring our choices and honoring our loved ones is what we're doing when we're doing our sacred work and when we're putting right there front and center what it is that matters to us in the world and how we stand up and be counted. In a crisis, you do the best you can in the moment. That is your sacred work. Later, you can say, well, I wish I'd done it this way or I wish I'd done it that way. But the point is, when you're right there in the middle of a crisis, you do the best you can in the moment. And then we have to find a way to live with it. And we can live with it by understanding that we did the best, that every day when we go about our work, it's sacred, no matter how mundane it seems. And I think that matters. And it mattered to my friend yesterday. She realized that as we talked, that part of her work is helping animals. That's part of her sacred work. That's something that she chose in her lifetime. And sometimes the best help that we can give is letting them go, knowing that what they need and want is beyond what we may need and want. Our job is to honor that decision, even if it hurts. And my friend did. And I honor her for that choice. And I honor her dog for his choice. And I honor you and everyone who is going about the world work, really the world work of growing our souls one at a time, the best that we can. And here's a quick plug. I have a webinar series coming up next week. It's on managing our energy boundaries. And really, that's the most important thing I've learned in my entire life, especially in the work that I do now as an intuitive and spiritual consultant, is what our energy boundaries are, how we manage them, and how that helps us become our best selves, helps us step into our sacred work and make it even better, so that we learn and we grow and we live then as an example to those around us of, sometimes we make mistakes, but we pick ourselves up, we go on. And how do our energy boundaries help us do that? So if you'd like to check it out, the webinar series starts March 20th, 6 Pacific time, and goes for 5 weeks. We work one-on-one with me to look at what your particular energy boundary looks like and how we can help it become its best self so it can help you become your best self. We'll work as a team, we'll work in a group, lots of exercises, private Facebook group. If you have questions, contact me or check the experts platform at ometimes.com and let me know if you have any questions. So I promise you at the end of the webinar series, you'll know about your energy boundaries, but that's an important thing. But for today, I want to thank you for joining me. And I want you to think about what your sacred work is. When the last time was that you faced a crisis, how did you handle it? And how, if you look back on it now, how is it your sacred work? And how did you grow and learn from it? So thank you for joining me. This is this week's Intuitive Moment. Again, my name is Robin Fritz. If you have questions, please tag me here on Facebook at my business page, The Practical Intuitive. Thank you. Take care.